Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode we are back with the Angels deck. So I'm probably going to keep this hand, mostly because we've got the Knight of the White Orchid, and if we don't happen to find a third mana at some point, we can drop this and hopefully search up for it. So I don't really want to play a mana on, well, I see how it goes. We might find a third mana. If not, we do have this one to help us out. So I don't really want to play you out this turn if I can help it, because like I said, I want to save you for the mana fixing. Have found the Thunderclap Wyvern as well, which is quite nice. So we were hoping to get a third mana this turn. So he's played out a Sylvan Advocate. Okay, that's we would like a third mana now, just to get the Reflector Mage down and bounce you back ideally. And we found it, excellent. So we're going to bounce back the Sylvan Advocate. So if he ramps up at all, we can then think about dropping the Knight of the White Orchid. If not, we do have a second Reflector Mage to bounce anything else back. So he's gone for his third mana and he has found an Ulamvold Mysteries, okay. What we found? Fourth mana, that is actually quite nice to see. So we could either flash in a Thunderclap Wyvern, or we can... I shouldn't have actually played out that mana there, that was a bit silly of me. So daisy. Because I should have waited for him to play out the fourth mana this turn and maybe played it next turn, but it's not the end of the world. So I could flash in the Thunderclap Wyvern. Depends on what he does really, we'll see how it goes, because I might drop you down and use you as unblockable damage potentially. Just start swinging over his head. So he's going to play out the Sylvan Advocate again. Does he have another mana? He's gone for the Oath of Nissa. So we get to see what he chooses out of the top. Was it 3 cards of his library? Yeah. I'm fairly sure he has to reveal it, doesn't he? Yeah, he has to reveal it. So he's found the Auramancer. Okay. Forgot to check who we're playing. We're playing the rank 19 Inefficient. Okay, so I think I'm going to flash in Thunderclap Wyvern here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he has got 4 mana down, so maybe we want to hold out on the Knight of the White Orchid here. I have found a Subjugator Angel, so I'm probably going to drop in another Reflector Mage, bounce this one back again. And then just swing for 4. Yeah, Sylvan Advocate it's not the worst card, but it's just kind of funny to keep bouncing it back. Do have a Suppression Bonds to potentially deal with any bigger creatures as well. Okay, so he has now played the 5th mana, which is good, and he's played the Planar Outburst, okay. Not the end of the world. Mana? No, we've got another Suppression Bonds, okay, that's not too bad. So we're going to play out the Knight now. 1 more mana, we can play both Linvala and Subjugator Angel, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we'll grab the Dual Land. Gives us more options. So yeah, like I said, 1 more mana and we can start getting our Angels down, which is pretty cool. How much mana has he got? He's got not enough to power you up yet, luckily. So depending on what I find here, I'm either going to drop one of my Angels, or Planar Outburst is nice to see for later on, so I'm going to drop the Suppression Bonds on you. Okay, so we've got a Spell Shrivel, so unfortunately I cannot pay the mana cost for that, so he's going to skip attack. So at least he Spell Shriveled a Suppression Bonds rather than one of my Angels, which isn't too bad. So we do have the Planar Outburst to bring us right back into this. He's going to swing for 2 here. And what's he going to play out? He's going to play out another Ulamvold Mysteries. Okay, we do have the mana that we need, so I'm probably going to do the Subjugator Angel here. That will tap down. Almost seems like a bit of a waste though. In fact, the Linvala is a huge waste at the moment, so maybe just Subjugator Angel, swing for 2. He can't counter, I'm fairly sure of that. So it does give us 4 points of unblockable damage in the air. Expose evil. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Okay, so he's going to tap down both of my creatures and investigate. So if he wants to try and get more creatures to me, I'm more than happy with that, as Linvala will then come down, give us 5 life, and also if he wants to drop us down to 13, I'm more than happy with that as well, because like I said, we can boost back up our health that way. So he now does have more creatures than me, but only by 1, so unfortunately Linvala's effect won't occur, I think. Yeah, he'd need 1 more creature for me to get the bonus token out of that. So we go down to 16 here. Get another mana, which is useful. So I'm going to swing with the Subjugator Angel. Actually, no, I'm going to swing with both, because if he has something that... So he's going to block you. Okay, that's cool. Because what I can now play is Linvala, which gets me the bonus token, because I've sacrificed one of my creatures. Don't get the health bonus, but that's not the end of the world. We get the 3/3 Angel instead. This one gets pumped up at all. We do still have the Suppression Bonds to lock it down. There we go. So as you can see, it's now gone up to a 4/5. Luckily, these are all flyers. Have we got lethal on the board? We have as well. So unless he can actually deal with all of these, either with another, say for example, Planar Outburst, we have just got lethal on the board. So just swing for 4, which we don't really care about. Take the 4 damage. So yeah, this will make lethal on the board. And he's got a Bygone Bishop, so which we can Suppression Bonds. Hopefully he can't counter. We do have a Declaration in Stone in case this goes awry. So unless he can counter this one, we do have the Declaration in Stone as well. So yeah, he can't counter that. So that means we do have lethal on the board. And there we go. So yeah, the Angel deck has worked out in the first game of today. Oh, what's he got now? Don't ruin my fun. Is he just like trolling now? Is he just pausing the game just because he's like, oh, he's about to win? We'll just pause the game. Pulsive Marassa. Oh, you git. So return target creature. So return my Knight of the White Orchid. That's interesting. So I'm just declaring stone his 4/5 because he obviously needed to do that to save his life. Give him the investigation. So even if he were to somehow wipe my board, I think, how much mana have we got? We need 8 mana to awaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do need the white. The White of the Night Orchid won't help us out here because we do have more mana than our opponent now, I think, as well. And yep, we've won. Excellent. So that's a win for game number 1. Okay, guys, here we are for game number 2. We're playing the rank 29 Tacker. So what do we got here then? That is pretty trash. So's that. Oh my god, that hand. Oh my god, game, come on. Okay, this is just ridiculous. We'll keep that hand. This is going to go horribly wrong, but we do have the telling time here, so you never know. But that was some awful. I should have kept that second hand, I think, with the 2 Declaration Stones. But this will have to do. That was just horrible, that was. If we win from this, I'll be amazed. But so we're going to do the telling time on our off step. Yeah, that was pretty horrible. And looks like we're probably going to be playing Madness Vampires as well. So I'm probably already in a bad way here. So telling time, I just want as much mana as possible. So yeah, we'll grab the planes and the planes here, I think. We need to get to 5 mana as fast as possible to Planar Outburst, potentially. So we'll drop the next one. Do I play out the Knight of the White Orchid? I think I do, because I need the blocker for the Ravenous Bloodseeker. And at this point, I'm basically just looking for a 5th mana to drop a Planar Outburst at some point. Looming Spires, so that will get first strike as well. So that I can no longer block. That's fine. So we'll be able to push through, what, 5 damage? Ouch. I mean, I could block it, but it will kill. Actually, saying that, he doesn't actually have to switch it round, so that's gonna. He's either gonna push through 5 damage, or I'm gonna lose my knight. So I'm probably gonna lose my knight here because of the Looming Spires. If he hadn't obviously used that, I would have been completely fine to block that either way. And he's got, oh my god, he's got the Fiery Temper. Okay, so goodbye to my Knight of the White Orchid. So I can't even block it for next turn, so he's going to push through only 4 damage, my bad. I could have blocked it, but either way it would have died to the Fiery Temper regardless. At least if I'd blocked it, I wouldn't have taken 4 damage. Okay, we do have a Suppression Bonds here. That's not something I necessarily want to use Suppression Bonds on. So I really wanted to just like regurgitate his hand here and then just get a 5th mana and just Planar Outburst. So yeah, he's gone for the Incorrigible Use, which I suspected he might play out this turn. So that's going to switch up to a 3-1. So we're going to take 7 damage here. So I'm going to have to Suppression Bonds you next turn. Yeah, I think this game was doomed the moment I got. Like in hindsight, I should have kept that second hand with the Declaration in Stones, but unfortunately, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I'm going to Suppression Bonds this turn on the Incorrigible Youths and hope that he plays out a 5th mana, because if we do, we can grab the Knight of the White Orchid, drop it, and get that 5th mana for the Planar Outburst. Yes, so he has done that. Excellent. So he's played out a Stormkirk Commander, so he can discard a card, give his vampires +1/+1 for the turn. If we find a 5th mana, next turn we can always just Planar Outburst anyway and don't have to lose our knight either. So what's he going to do here then? He's going to toss away an Alms of the Vein. So we're going to go down to 3 health now. So yeah, we're going to go down to 3. Yeah, I almost feel a little bit greedy having not kept that second hand now, but at the time I was like, we can mulligan down once more, it'd be fine. So we are going to have to Knight of the White Orchid here. Block you. I think I'm just dead here because I can't block both of these, unfortunately. Just realised that. So yeah, I think we're just outright dead at this point, because he can just sacrifice a card with the Stormkirk Commander, sacrifice a card with the Ravenous Bloodseeker. They both become 3 attack creatures, and then I'm just dead. So if I block you, he discards a card. If I block you, he discards a card, and either of them basically become 3 attack creatures, which I can't block. So yeah, that's annoying, and we'll move on to game number 3. Okay guys, here we are for game number 3. We're playing the rank 23 AL something or other. I'll double check that. He's got something in hand which responds to mana increases, I think. I think we can possibly keep this hand. Yeah, we're playing AGLG. Yeah, I had to scrap a game a second ago just because I actually ended up playing the same guy again, so the Madness Vampires guy, and got completely trash, like, hands again. Basically, I played that guy, didn't get anything good, and ended up just mulliganing down and conceding straight away because I had nothing that was going to be able to counter Madness Vampires, unfortunately, so that was rather frustrating. So I lost a rank just because I got completely trash, like mulligans, didn't have anything good. I didn't even get anything like no Reflector Mages, no Declaration in Stones, anything like that, and all of them were like 2 mana hands as well, so I just I wasn't even going to try, basically. Okay, we're playing Selfless Spirit, so I know he's got something in hand which responds to either increasing or decreasing like manas or something like that, because you heard that sound at the beginning. So if we hear a sound change at all, we know that's why. Okay, so what do I do here then? So I've got the Selfless Spirit. Do I just declare in stone you? I think I do. I really need a 4th mana to get Gisela down. If I can get Gisela down, I'm completely okay. So we need probably 2 more mana. Maybe a blue and a white would be fantastic right about now. And we've got all the white mana we need for all of our spells, but we do need to get Sigil of the Empty Throne down at some point. Okay, so he's got some green splashed in here as well. It's interesting. 4th mana. Ooh, we got the Westvale Abbey. Very nice. So I am going to drop Gisela. Hope that he's got either no way of countering it or no way of killing it. Because you are a game winner. He's got blue, which worries me. I'm worried that it's going to be either like these are going to be counter. The white also implies that there could be Declaration in Stones in his deck as well. More blue. Although it could just be spirits and I've got nothing to worry about. Okay, apparently I've got nothing to worry about. Ooh, we've got the Meandering River. That's nice. So we can get Sigil of the Empty Throne down next turn. Now, has he got Gideon's Reproach? I'm going to have to risk it. You know, I can't be passive. Celestial Flare. That's the other one I was thinking about. Yeah, I mean, that was always going to come down at some point. The thing about Gisela is I can bring her back later on. So we probably want to get Sigil of the Empty Throne down next turn. And then Suppression Bonds something the turn after that to generate ourselves an Angel. Do the Planar Outburst as well to kind of like bring us back into this. We got here, oh yeah, I excelled Selfless Spirit, didn't I? Okay, so he has played Outland Colossus, so I think we can't afford to take a turn to drop the Sigil of the Empty Throne, so I think we're just going to have to outright Suppression Bonds you this, or Reflector Mage. That works for me, because I can then... He won't be able to play it next turn. We can Sigil of the Empty Throne and then Suppression Bonds it the turn afterwards. Along with a Nimbus Wings, potentially. So that was actually a really good draw there, with the Reflector Mage. Okay, so he's got a Tireless Tracker, that is fine by me. We do also have the Planar Outburst to potentially just sweep away everything. So this one I'm not too worried about this turn. And we also have a Pilgrim's Eye, so I may just want to drop Sigil of the Empty Throne. They can't actually sacrifice... Yeah, I may drop you, and then just Planar Outburst next turn. Okay, we've got an additional mana here, so yeah, let's drop the Sigil. Or do we not attack and then potentially Nimbus Wings and Suppression Bonds? Or just Planar Outburst next turn. So if all I'm going to do is Planar Outburst next turn, I may as well just swing anyway. So that is going to block with the Tireless Tracker. So yeah, if he does play Outland Colossus, we're just going to Planar Outburst, wipe away his entire board, especially as it's worth getting rid of the Tireless Tracker while we're at it. Fortunately, I don't have the mana to awaken a creature either, but that's fine. So we can at least generate a couple of Angels with our Suppression Bonds and our Nimbus Wings, unless he has a Rec Sage in his deck. So he's going to be able to double activate the Tireless Tracker if he wants to. Or is he going to go for the Outland Colossus again? He's going to go for the Outland Colossus again. So yeah, this is a perfect target for the Planar Outburst. So he can't actually pump you up, which is good for me. So he's going to swing with both of these. We will drop down to 16. Okay, so we also have a telling time for later on, which is quite nice. So I'm going to swing with you. I wonder if he's going to block. I wonder if he's suspecting I've got something up my sleeve. No, he's just going to block that. That's fine. So it was going to die anyway, so then we're just going to Planar Outburst. Sweep away his entire board. So any of the big creatures he plays now is Suppression Bonds. Generates a Stun Angel and also eliminates it from the board. Does have three clue tokens down, so he has the Rex Age. No! That's the last card I wanted to see there. Should have Suppression Bonds last turn. Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me really sad. There goes my one Sigil. So he's sacrificing clues now. Oh, that really is quite annoying. I was like, I hope he doesn't have the Rex Age. And he had the Rex Age. Of course he had the Rex Age. Just to really annoy me there. So at least we can use a telling time to potentially search up for an angel. Or we might even just draw one. Oh, we found the Archangel Avacyn. Very nice. So you'll be coming down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we can only do Avacyn or a telling time. So I think I'd rather get Avacyn down. Block the Rex Age. So if he swings, we flash in and block. Gives us 4 damage in the air. Can also then start to think about maybe looking at the Westvale Abbey. So he has played out a Green Warden of Marassa. So that's going to come down. He's going to be able to pull back the Outland Colossus, I think. That would be my assumption anyway. Yes, he has. So we can play that out next turn, but we do have these Suppression Bonds to deal with it. Wonder if he's going to swing. So we're going to flash in Avacyn on his attack step. Block the Rex Age. Just get indestructible. There we go. Come on, game. Fantastic. So what do we do here then? We do have the Declaration Stone, which we can actually use on this to prevent it from being able to dig up another card, which is quite nice. I'm probably going to do that now. Make him think I've got nothing to deal with his Outland Colossus. We'll swing first, as that doesn't have reach, so we should be okay there. We do have Vigilance, which is awesome. I'm going to declare in stone. Yeep. Does allow him to investigate again, but this guy's investigated so much that I don't really care too much. So like I said, we've made him think that we've got rid of our one bit of removal, which we have not. We've got the Suppression Bonds up our sleeves as well. So he's going to potentially play out the Outland Colossus again. Then we just Suppression Bonds it. So there we go, there's the Outland Colossus. There we go, telling time here. Make him think we're searching for an answer. Okay, so, ooh, that's a nice card. And we'll also take the Always Watching. So we're going to deal with you straight away. It's a good job we got rid of that Sigil of the Empty Throne, because we've found so many good answers since then. Let's just Suppression Bonds you. Hope he's not got a counter. Ugh, has he got a counter? No, he does not. So we have Suppression Bonds you. Get Nimbus Wings up my Avacyn, so he's dead in 3 turns. What else has he got? Celestial Flare. Okay, so he's got Blessed Alliance. Oh my god, that's really sucky. So we have to sacrifice a creature. That was a waste of a Nimbus Wings then. Oh, I should have used the Invocation of St. Traft. Why? I always forget about Blessed Alliance in the deck nowadays. At least this one is negated. So we just need to find a creature to drop an Invocation of St. Traft on. This has been a nice challenging game. I'm not entirely sure what this guy's deck really is. It's got like some control and like some tempo stuff, but not really a... I was expecting to see counters, especially with all the blue and stuff. So, oh right, he's got the Lumbering Falls, hasn't he? So he can swing for 3 damage here, which is not particularly fun. So at this point we need something like a Linvala or... Emeria Shepherd? I don't know. Prairie stream will hold on to. We might just tap down the Westvale Abbey here on my end step, which allows us to get ourselves a creature that we can possibly drop something like an Invocation of St. Traft on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't actually play out Emeria Shepherd quite yet either. So do I use this as a blocker, or I'm going to take the 3 damage for now, I think. Yeah, I should have suspected he had something like that and waited till I had the Invocation of St. Traft, because I could have always then sacrificed one of my angel tokens rather than Avacyn herself. Okay, we do have a Knight of the White Orchid as well, which is actually probably a better target for the Invocation. Yes, I would like to use this ability. We'll grab ourselves a Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if we found Emeria Shepherd, we would be looking in a pretty fantastic shape here. I'm also going to drop the Always Watching this turn. Reason being is that I can actually then block the Lumbering Falls now. Yeah, why not? We'll attack with the 1/1. And he's got a Heron's Grace champion. Of course he has. So you will be able to gain 3 life from that, which was that's a bit annoying. I kind of fell into that one, didn't I? So at this point, I would love an Emeria Shepherd, so I can start bringing back things like Avacyn or Gisela. Also, Bruna would be fantastic again. I can bring back Gisela as well. So I've got the choice here between either the mana or the Heron's Grace champion. And of course he's going to imprison in the moon my Knight of the White Orchid. So at this point we're probably just dead. So we're down to 3. So unless we get another Planar Outburst, I feel as though we are... No, we're dead. I think we're just dead at this point. Okay, so probably just going to concede here, unfortunately. Oh, that's annoying. That first game went so well again, and then the last couple just did not go to plan. But I'm going to leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.